Capricorn, how are you going? Welcome to another round of Reski's Righteous Readings, where the readings are always righteous. We are doing the April main monthly rising moon and suns of Capricorn, not Venus placements, not for this one. Short brief notes I must bring in before we begin. All the spreads now are Reski's Righteous Reading original spreads. This is a spread that I am bringing in to replace the Celtic Cross spread that we used to always use. I really want this channel to reflect my goals and aspirations, and that is to do original spreads, which is what I've been collaborating on for the last few months. So I've brought in all the readings now. The main three are main monthly readings. There will be no mid-monthlies moving forward, and the spreads are originals. So with this one, the main monthly, this will not focus on love. If there's messages of love, of course I will read it, but there is no placement for love. If you want your love reading, you go over to the main monthly connection spread, you and them. Okay, so every month there is the main monthly, which is based on you. You have the connection spread, which is based on you and your connections, aka love. And the other spread for the main monthly is anyone in recovery and or in that stages of life for self-help. Now, I am planning to possibly bring in a fourth spread for a main monthly. That is still in the works, however. And at the moment, I do want to just feel out how this is going to go. Now, Capricorn, please note that this is a small version of the main monthly will be moving forward. The placements will all be the same, but there'll be full clarifiers normally for the main monthly, as well as so much more oracle and ruin readings and everything else like we used to do. However, for this month, for April's main monthly, because this is the first time doing this spread, and I want you to get familiar with the spread rather than all the other bells and whistles and getting all distracted in all that, we're cutting it back. So there'll be no clarifiers for the main monthly cards, and there will only be two very brief oracle decks used, which will be Crazy Sexy Love Notes for your inspirational message, and the Blood of Fire Oracle to back that inspirational message up, as it is a very, very two-worded sort of oracle. And again, as I said, for the simple reason as I want us to focus on this spread, for it is a new spread. And we are moving away from our traditional Celtic Cross, which I know you all love and adore. And I've done the Celtic Cross since starting the channel. So 12 months straight of that main monthly always being that spread, because I was very endowed to it. But I have been making my own spreads. And yeah, this is near and dear to me also. So I hope you like it. Let me know in the comments down below. Here we go. Capricorn, Rising Moon and Suns, April 2021, main monthly, Capricorn. Alright, Capricorn, the month of April is going to be very interesting for you. First month is work, so where you work currently. We got the sign of Cancer, the Chariot. So this is a vertice here. Overcoming any conflicting influences here. This is success. This is possibly a voyage or journey. It's rushing into action and forward movement. There's always a sense with this card with an urgency to control one's emotions and not to show how they truly feel, though, to really drive that force of forward movement. Real warlike energy. Doesn't always say good or bad. You know, the Sphinx here, one's black, one's white. It's really about the yin and the yang of the situation. It's really about opposites attracting, you know, that polarization of the difference. So I'm seeing here, maybe you've found comfort in something that is a little bit opposite, a little bit oddball. Future energy, career, so future extension of work, career, future energy. The Tower inverted. Continued oppression, so work in the future energy for career isn't going to change much, and in that period you may start to get a little bit stagnant. It's really following the old ways, sort of the inability to affect any worthwhile change. You're feeling a bit entrapped in the situation of work as well. Your next card reflects family, so your connection with family. We have the King of Wands. So this is saying there is a very honest and conscientious person here. You have a connection with your family that's mature, wise, devoted, and friendly. They're very gentle, and they take on that fatherly role. Doesn't have to be a masculine person, but someone that has traits of masculinity in them, that very fatherliness, that very guided reassurance of word and thought. For friend connections, we had 2 come out. Both queens. Queen of Swords inverted and the Queen of Pentacle inverted. So friends, I'm seeing here 2 individuals very strong coming through. 2 very different but very spiteful attitudes, let's just say. So we have one individual coming through who's the Queen of Swords, who's very narrow-minded, malicious, bigotry, deceitful, vengeful, an ill-tempered person who would make a very treacherous enemy. And then we have another energy coming through as that Queen of Pentacle inverted. Now, this is a person who has false prosperity, who's very suspicious, who's very suspenseful, who always neglects their responsibilities and is very distrustful, and they try to cover this all up due to fear failure, because they really are failing in everyday life. They try to come across as very prosperous, very on point, but really they have nothing together at all. Queen of Pentacle reverse often reminds me of someone that's like like a closet drug addict or something. Like someone that comes across all, beautiful and façade, and then you go to their house and it's absolutely trashed, or, their kids are never dressed, or their property is never mowed, but they drive the most neatest car. Like, it's the perception versus the reality, I guess you could say. And that Queen of Pentacles, when she's reverted, really speaks of not being the same. Your next position is in regards to your ambitions and inspirations. And we have the Six of Swords. So this is saying that you really want to go on a trip or journey, a headstrong attempt to overcome some difficulties here, with expedient manner and success after anxiety. There's a trip or journey here that you've really wanted to take for a very long time. So I'm seeing in your aspirations or inspirations, there is a real trip or journey, something that you've really wanted to take for a long time, usually over a body of water as well. I don't know if you can see the colour lighting is terrible today, my apologies. But yeah, there is definitely a headstrong attempt here to make this journey. It's always been maybe something that's been on your sort of, not a bucket list, I don't like that connotation, but on your life list, that you've wanted to do. Health, we have the Nine of Pentacles, beautiful. This is saying that you're very accomplished in health. You've got foresight on your health. You've got material well-being here, so you can afford good health care, perhaps. Maybe dental care is good for you right now. But health is really good, and it's always a feeling that you've done this yourself. You've really put yourself in this position of being really, really well off in health. Advice from Spirit, we have that Nine of Cups. It is inverted. So the advice from Spirit is not to misplace your trust, have false freedoms, indifferences. These things will lead to mistakes and to material losses and imperfections. Be careful of anything that doesn't seem 100%. It's like don't get rosy-coloured glasses syndrome. Really see things for what they are. Be honest to yourself about what you see. Don't let your eyes deceive you. The bottom of the deck, the underlining energy, Queen of Cups, she is inverted. Dishonesty, unreliable, and someone that's a real thorn inside, a real vice. Someone that you can't sort of get rid of. Now, we have 3 queens on the ground, all inverted. We had 2 come out together in that friendship, and 1 is the underlying energy. And this is 3 very strong air, earth, and water placements here coming through. Now, they don't have to be female. They're coming across with these personality traits. It doesn't mean they have to be female. Don't let the Queen position distort the message here, Capricorn, because the message is very clear that there is a 3 entities here of very different people, but very much the same vindictive path. 1 who is dishonest and unreliable, 1 who is spiteful and downright cruel, and 1 that is a liar and perceives to be very prosperous, while in fact they are not indeed at all that at all. Maybe it's a bit of a mystery for you to find out who's who. Right, additional messages now for the month for Capricorn, please, for April 2021. What does Capricorn need to know, please? Spirits and guides. All right. Forgiveness heals. This is the Crazy Sexy Love Notes. Forgiveness heals. Forgive yourself and others. Let go of the old story. Release any guilt and blame. Everyone is doing the best they can. This includes you. Kickstart the healing process by surrendering all the judgment and hurt. Your health and happiness will thank you. I like that. Any other additional messages, please, for Capricorn? Well, okay. We have tell the truth. Communicate with integrity. You may need to level with someone. This person could even be you. Are you saying you're fine when you're not? When you don't mean it? Are you swallowing your needs because you don't want to rock the boat? When we hide the truth, it eventually comes out in destructive ways. Act with integrity and say what's on your mind. While honesty may lead to short-term discomfort, your long-term peace and happiness is worth it. So there we go. Forgive and tell the truth. We had two others. You can't please everyone. When you're focusing on living up to other people's standards, you aren't spending enough time raising your own. Some folks expect you to act a certain way and march to the beat of their boring drum. They find safety in sameness, but you have beautiful music inside you. Your flair is meant to be shared. Don't shrink to fit in or get approval. Instead, dump your need to please and just be your magnificent self. And the final one, compassion for all. Compassion is the beating heart of the spiritual practices. The peace you seek comes from your peace that you create. Extend your compassion to all beings today, including yourself. Everyone benefits when you are kind. May all beings be happy and free. Now the Butterfly Oracle. Spirits and guides. What do we have for Capricorn, please? Capricorn for the month of April 2021. Alright. We have body changes. Body changes. And we have self-care. So yeah, really looking after oneself. That health, maybe that Nine of Pentacles. Maybe you have had issues in the past and now you're really, you've done the work kind of thing. You've put yourself in a good position to not need to worry. Sentimental feelings. So yes, maybe these queens. So yeah, you had, could be sisters, family, brothers, additions. And the final one, get some rest. Thank you for joining me, Capricorn, for the main monthly. As I said, this is just a shortened version. The placements will be the same for the main monthly moving forward. It will just be all clarified and there'll be a lot more oracle on hand. So I'll look forward to seeing you on the next round of Redski's Righteous Readings. I still can't get over them three queens, you know what I'm saying? Nasty. Let me know down in the comments down below, Capricorn, how it all goes for you in April. I wish you all the very best on finding your 3 upside down queens. Thank you so much. Till next time, light and love to all. Redski's Righteous Readings, where the readings are always righteous.